probably saw today's guest at the 2013 Tony Awards looking fabulous, baby, and taking home the Tony for Best Actress in a Musical for her gravity-defying work in Pippin. Please welcome back to Show People, Patina Miller.
Hi, hi.
Hi.
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
Yes.
A Tony winner.
Oh, God.
Look at
crazy.
you.
It's crazy when you say that. I like it, though.
Have you heard that a lot? Is it Tony winner, Patina Miller? Have you heard that often?
You know what?
Do your friends address you like that now? Or?
No, but some people say it as a joke, and I gotta say I get really giddy when they say it. I'm still on cloud 9 from 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah, you have had quite a few months.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. We're gonna get to all this, but first let's talk about that big night. It wasn't that long ago, just not even 2 weeks ago.
No.
They say your name. You've been through this before. You were nominated for Sister Act.
Yeah.
A wonderful performance, Sister Act. Sutton Foster won that year.
Yes.
So you've done the reaction on camera of not winning.
Yes.
Which I rewatched. You did a very good job of that. And then your amazing reaction on winning this time, it was just like jubilation.
You never know. I mean, I was very lucky to be in the company of some amazing women, who all had very fantastic performances this season. And just to be a part of that group, I know everyone says, was enough. Right. I've already lost, so I know how it feels, and you get on with life. It's amazing to be nominated. But just the fact that maybe those 2 seconds before they announced the names, my heart just dropped, because you could or you won't, And when the "puh" came out, I was like, I lost it. I mean, I look crazy. I have watched it back. I look crazy, but it was the happiest time ever. I mean, to hear my name called for the Tony was, like I said, it was a childhood dream come true,
That speech, I also rewatched your speech. You hit every point. I don't think you forgot anything.
But can I say before, everyone kept saying, oh, you should just prepare. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I don't want to jinx myself. I'm not preparing anything. When the time is right, I'll get up there and, maybe I'll do something. So the day of, before the show, I'm like, oh God, what if I get up there and I don't know anything, if that happens?
Right.
So I started thinking of all the people, and then there was just too many people. And then I just let it go and said, you know what? I know the people I want to thank, and I know what I want to say. I'll just let my emotions, take me wherever they take me. And I'm happy that I got out everyone that I wanted to thank.
In a limited amount of time.
I mean,
it's stressful.
It's stressful, and it's quick.
Do they keep telling you before, during commercial breaks, they tell you, you're not going to have much time? And
well, because they time me from walking up. Thank God I was close, because,
right.
You have about a minute and 20.
You didn't trip. There wasn't a Jennifer Lawrence moment.
I was saying that right before. I was telling you.
That was a big dress.
I really hope I don't have a Jennifer Lawrence moment. I don't know what I'm going to do, planning how I'm going to style it out if it did happen. Thank God it didn't. I don't know how it didn't happen, because everyone stepped on that dress for the rest of the night, including myself.
Wow.
So it was amazing that didn't happen.
So how's it feel? It just feels like a second, it just goes by in a blur?
It does go by in a blur, and you just have to keep talking, and not forget anything, and fight the please wrap it up. Pretend that you don't see it.
Did that come on while you were talking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's flashing.
Oh, yeah.
I just want people to feel like what it's like to actually be there. And you're looking at Radio City, and this thing is flashing in your face, and you're trying to remember everyone that's important in your life.
It was a lot, but I gotta say, I was so happy and excited to be up there. I was so proud of Diane and Andrea.
Yeah,
to just,
and Paula, Sandra Martin.
Everyone to be up there, and then to have my turn. I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to thank all the people who helped me get to this point, because it really isn't just myself. I've had so many people in my life who have inspired me, and many people I worked with, so I just wanted to make sure that I got out what I wanted to say, and I did.
The really sort of shocking moment of your speech, you talked about your stepdad, who I know was at your opening night of Pippin.
Yes.
And you said you almost lost him the week before, and it was sort of a shocking moment.
Yeah.
He was in the hospital.
It was 3 weeks. It was Tony nominee luncheon day. I got a call that he'd been in a very bad accident on the job, and it's one of those moments where it's like, oh my God, you know, I was just talking to him on Monday, and then things happen just like that, that you could almost lose your father. He's my stepdad, but he's been the man, you know, in my life and my dad for 20-something years, you know, and to have that happen and me be so far away and to have a show that same night was a lot for me.
Wow.
You know, and to not know, because there was this whole like waiting period of like, what's it going to be? And it was awful, but you know, it gets better every day. It's getting better, and I'm hopeful, and I'm just, you know, trying to stay positive about it. And I know that he's going to make a full recovery. He's not there yet, but he's going to get there.
Well, thoughts go out to him.
Yes.
And I know that actually on Tony night, you went from like the Tonys to the Tony Ball to the Pippin party to LaGuardia.
Yes.
With your Tony.
Yes.
To go see him.
Yes. I almost took my Tony with me, but then I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to have them in security. Like, you know, I don't want to be taking this thing. So I like spent all the rest of the morning with it, like checking it out and having it close to me, spinning it a little bit. And then I left. I didn't sleep. I went straight to Greenville, South Carolina, to where he is now in the hospital, and did not sleep at all. So, yeah, but that's the thing you do for family, you know. I was, you know, it sucks that I couldn't be there during that time, but I wanted to get there as soon as I could, and it was worth it.
Yeah.
You know, so worth it.
And you got to see your beautiful mom.
I did.
Who I was with you when you were nominated for Sister Act.
Yes. They were both there, and she actually said to me that she had it playing in the hospital, and when he heard my voice, he like tried to, because at that point he had only been aware of his surroundings for a day.
Wow.
And when he heard my voice, he was kind of like hazy a bit, but he tried to get up. So he knew that it was me, and I mean, I just like.
He tried to give you a standing ovation.
He tried to do something. Right. He tried to get to where I was, and that just meant, you know, so much to me that even in all that, he knew my voice, and you know, he responded to it. So she was over the moon. Wow. Yeah.
So let's talk about your fashion, Tony night. Broadway.com chose you as the top dress of the night.
Yay!
A print, a Zach Posen print.
A bold print. Very bold.
Yeah, very bold.
But
I know.
You know, if you're going to do
it could have gone really bad.
It could have gone very bad.
We have acknowledged in the past your fashion on Broadway.com. I mean, the last time you did the whole Tony Award, I mean, you turn it out.
It's like
you always look good.
It's the 1 month where, you know, you work hard all year long, and I'm in sweats, I'm in Lululemon all the time. Hey, Lululemon. You know, and it's the 1 month where you can actually like be girly and go and pick out really nice outfits to make you feel good, because there's nothing like a really hot outfit that makes you feel as fierce as you possibly can. And you know, I luckily have a lot of people around me that who have great taste. Okay. And I have great taste too.
Every girl needs her team.
Oh, every girl needs a team, and I have one.
Alicia LeKay has the Team Supreme.
You know
Do you have a name for yours?
I don't, but let me think about it. I got to come up with a name, because they pull it out. They like really stepped it up. Yeah. You know, all of us.
And I saw the picture of the girl actually wearing your dress on the runway. You look cuter. She looked good.
Well, she was fierce, but I like to think I kind of carried that a little better. You know.
You won a Tony in it.
That makes everything better.
Now, you talk about the other ladies in your category. I know that you guys had a little dinner moment.
We had a little
Stephanie J. Block revealed
moment.
That to me.
Yeah.
Tell me about what was that like? I love that idea.
It was so fun, so laid back. I mean, Carolee had her Vespa outside and her little helmet, and it was nice to see, you know, all the girls outside of, you know, the frenzy of what that month was. And we didn't even talk about, like, the Tonys and the awards. We talked about, like, you know, 8 show weeks and, like, home stuff and, you know, Stephanie getting a new house. And, like, you know, all of us talked about, you know, girl stuff. It was nice to just get together and talk about things and get to know one another. Yeah. Instead of just, like, oh, God, this is kind of frightening. But it was nice to know that we were all feeling the exact same thing throughout this award season, because you think it's just you kind of barely hanging on, and you realize actually everybody's kind of trying to hold it together. And so it was nice to hang out with those girls and just chill and laugh and, eat guacamole and nachos and some pizza.
So let's talk about Mr. Billy Porter, can we?
Let's please.
He loves talking about you.
I love him.
Now you got to see Billy win before you won,
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So that was a great moment.
That was a great
You guys were both
moment.
in these tough categories.
They were very tough,
Yeah.
you know. And Billy's been a mentor of mine since I got out of school.
Right.
You know.
What was your first interaction with Billy?
He called me on the phone to say that he needed a girl. He had heard me right out of school singing at Upright in LA, and he needed a girl to do his show that he had written with James Zempliner. That was called the Sondheim Review.
Sondheim, yeah, the All African American Sondheim Review.
Yes, which was amazing. And he needed a young girl, and he heard me singing Miss Seeley's Blues, and he's like,
So he said, "This is Broadway's Billy Porter."
this is Billy Porter. I heard you singing Miss Seeley's Blues, and I just want to know if you would want to be a part of this show. And I was like, yeah,
Wow.
sure, why not?
Yeah.
And working with him, I mean, he just taught me like so much about my self-confidence and like carrying it and being fierce. He taught me all about being fierce, and he became someone that I could kind of talk to, you know, because in this business, it's very important for you to have those mentors and those people in your life that you can call on for support and to get advice and coaching and all of these things. And he was one of those people for me. So it was nice to see him get up on that stage and rightly take that Tony, because seeing him, you know, back on Broadway in this role was kind of, it was a lot, you know. It was
it's one of those moments
lot.
that you don't know. It doesn't necessarily happen for actors, you know,
No.
to be able to have a return to Broadway like that.
Yeah.
But I think what he really wants to do is direct. You know,
Yeah, and he's great at it, you know.
So maybe you think you'll ever be in a Billy Porter production? Maybe he'll.
I better be. I better be.
Next one you do, there
That's
she is.
right. He knows.
Maybe that Sondheim show.
Maybe we'll like come back and do it in New York, because it was a great time. He's so talented.
Yeah.
You know, but he worked with me on my my solo concert that I did in London as well, that I'm hopefully going to be doing here, and hopefully he'll work with me.
When are you going to do that?
Next year maybe. We'll see. It's still kind of like in the it was a very cool thing that I got an opportunity to do in London.
I love it.
And working with him again would be amazing.
So let's talk about your body. And Billy reminded me of that, because I think you both got snatched with Mark Fisher Fitness, correct?
Yes.
This is the cult I keep hearing about.
The fiercest cult ever, I might say.
When did you start doing that?
I started when I got Pippin, the leading
So it's
player
after
role.
Sister Act.
So it's after
it's
Sister
a post-Sister Act body. It's a different body than we saw in Sister Act?
Yes, a different body. I mean, you didn't really get to see my body in that habit. I mean, you know, that was my Pilates body, I call under all of that. This, I kind of just, I knew that I wanted my leading player to be badass. I don't know if I can say that, but
you can say more
I
than
wanted
that.
to look strong and really feel like I was
Check.
in charge.
You did that.
And, you know, sexy at the same time. And so I wanted to look a certain way. And I was like, where can I do this? And, you know, for a reasonable price, you know, because, I mean, you know, at that time I wasn't on Broadway anymore. And so Billy, I had run into Billy, and he looked like he was snatched. And I was like, what did you do? And I had heard from my friends who were in Sister Act as well, who had been going through this program, and I don't believe in like the hype of things, you know? And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try, I'll call. And I went to my first meeting and had my first session, and I was like, yeah, I gotta be here. And I watched, you know, they do nutritional guidance, they really take you through all aspects of like getting your body together. And they are just such fun people. It is not your mama's gym. You know, it's crazy and fun, and they make working out fun. They make it like a social event, and it transformed my body. I got so ripped. I mean, you can't tell.
We saw the guns. Actually, it is your mama's gym, because Billy said he's your proud mama.
Yeah.
So your mama goes to that gym.
Well, my mama, my honorary mama goes to that gym. But it's a great. If anyone's looking to like really go hard, because people keep asking me.
Are you a spokesperson?
I think I might be. Everyone keeps asking me, like, where'd you do your arms? I'm like, MFF, man, MFF. If you're ready, and you're ready to do it and get serious about it, get up in there.
So if you ran into Billy Porter in a dark alley, who would kick whose ass if they had to? I think you would take Billy
I'm sorry,
down.
I'm taking him down. I love him. I would never want to take him down. Hopefully, it would never happen. But you know, a girl got to do what a girl got to do. I'm not going down without a fight. You know, so.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
And oh my God, when Pippin starts, and there you are, like the way this is a beautiful production. First of all, I mean this production is visually, I love a good visual thrill, and this thing from start to finish is just dazzling. And actually, I don't even think it looked great on the Tonys, but it didn't even convey how it feels to see it on Broadway in that small house.
It's something about it being an intimate space.
Yeah, it explodes over you.
When the curtain, first seeing the shadow.
Yeah,
which
you're a shadow, and you're doing your Fosse, and you're enormous. And
it's so cool,
it's so cool.
It's so cool, and being a part of that whole process of doing the opening number, we went through very different phases of what we wanted the opening number to be.
Yeah, I don't know much about how Diane works in that way. I mean, I know that you did the workshop.
Diane is, she's kind of crazy at what she does. I mean, it's like she is a visionary, and she's more of like, she goes with a feeling, and it has to be visually stunning. It has to like evoke a certain thing. And so we worked on that opening number a lot to really get what we were wanting the show to be, you know. And so we went through like 5 different stagings of the opening number. And I think one day during tech, they all decided that actually there's going to be a light. I think they all were there until like midnight one day during tech. And they had this grand idea, and we came back in. It was right before preview started, and they were like, "You're gonna do this, and this is how this opening is gonna be." The shadow thing, and it kind of like, you know, it gets people excited. I mean, it's nice to hear people's reaction to that thing, you know, and then opening the curtain. We
should also say you worked with Diane in the Central Park version of Hair, and then you weren't able to move with the show to Broadway because you got the lead and sister act in London. So it's kind of nice that
I'm happy it came back around.
You got to have a full circle moment with her.
Yeah, I mean, she was brilliant. I remember wanting to like work with her again, you know, because what she did with Hair and the team she assembled and the actors, she really is so good at like picking the right people, and like she spends time on that, and it's a feeling, it's the way that she works with people and getting a vibe, you know, and the way that she put that tribe together, and the way that she's put our group together was mind-blowing.
So who's this guy who proposed to on opening night of Pippin? Talk about a dramatic. I saw you at the opening night party. I went home. 5 minutes later, I got a text that you were engaged.
Yes, I know.
It's crazy.
It's my honey, David Mars. He is
How long
like
have you been dating?
2 years. Okay. He is like the best guy in the world, and just loves me more than anything. And you know, in this business, you know, it's hard to meet someone that you kind of like gel with on all levels, and he really just completes me. It's kind of corny to say, but he is my soulmate, and I'm happy that I get to marry him. Yeah,
it was beautiful watching him get emotional, watching you.
I know.
Great.
I saw it
and Jeremy
again.
Katz, your manager.
Yes, they were both. He was so sweet. I was
your
like,
boys.
Oh, look at him. He was so proud.
So what does he do?
He has a regular person's job, I like to say. He does venture investing.
Yeah, it's the grown-up stuff. Money. Yeah, not an actor.
No, he is not an actor. I sometimes wear his, because he went to Wharton, and everyone keeps thinking that like, oh my God, like how do you have time? Like you're a Broadway actress and you went to Wharton. And I was like, no, I didn't. It's my fiance's hat, but I love wearing it because people think I'm really smart when I wear it.
So did your parents know that he was going to pop the question on opening? Did everybody know but you?
Everyone
like, how did
knew
this
but
go?
me. So I kind of sensed that at some point it would be coming because we talked about and he hinted at it, but I didn't know when. So my parents came into town that earlier that day on the day of the show, and I noticed something was weird because he didn't want me to go meet my parents. He's like, oh, you need to do your thank you card, so you don't need to come. I'll come by myself. So apparently, he wanted to go to the hotel and ask them. And so at the party, they were all waiting for him to do it, but the party was so crazy, and he didn't want to take away from the party, so he was going to get us to leave, and we were going to have a dinner after the party so that he could do it away. Because he didn't, and I love that he didn't want to take away from the Pippin stuff. Like, he's just so thoughtful in that way. And so he noticed that, like, people kept, you know, I kept talking to people, and everyone was getting tired. It's midnight, and so his parents were there, and they started to leave. And
like, we got to get this going.
Yeah, they kept looking at each other. I was like, what's going on? Why are you guys all looking at us like this? Yeah, my mom was like giving him the eye. I was like, what's wrong? And I thought it's because we were being like kind of flirtatious with each other. I was like, girl, you know that this is, we always do this. You know, I thought she was trying to be all weird about us putting our arms around each other. So they all left. And then he waited until it was not crowded anymore. And he like pulled me over, and I was like, what's going on? And that's when I knew, and that's when he asked me. It was great.
And you said yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was
When
great.
did you know he was the one?
I kind of knew he was the one early on when we started dating. It's like, it didn't take me many dates to realize, like, this guy was really special. You know, and you kind of know that about a person, but, you know, it's also like, I don't want to be creepy, like, I can't be saying this is the one already. But I kind of knew in my heart. It was after he met my mother, and, you know, the way that he was with her, and the things that, you know, he said, and I realized it was it. He was the guy that, like, I wanted to spend my life with.
So what now? What now, Patina Miller? Tony winner Patina Miller? What's the goal now?
The goal now is I'm so blessed to be part of such an amazing show.
Yeah.
And
a hit show.
Listen, yeah, it is really nice to be a part of a show that's.
You can't get tickets.
I'm
sure people are calling you all the time trying to get house tickets.
It's really cool. It's a great problem to have. I mean, we were having so much fun. I mean, I had fun during Sister Act, but I love this because it really challenges me in a way that I've never been challenged before. And I love being on that stage. And this piece is sort of like break the fourth wall piece. And that's something that I really love, that we get to like directly connect to the audience in a way that I haven't done before in the past. And it's something so special, and Pippin has been such an amazing show that everyone has some sort of attachment to, and it's been in a lot of people's lives. And to see, you know, all of those fans come and mouth the words, and to know that you're part of something, you know, so special is really amazing. And I'm really just looking forward to having a lot of fun and doing Fosse and hula hooping and doing the trapeze for the next year. And whatever comes my way next, I will welcome it with open arms, but at the moment I'm just trying to stay focused on getting this opportunity, because, you know, you don't get this every day.
Do you still want to dip your toes, like in film and TV, I'm assuming?
Yeah, at some point, but, you know, I love theater. I love Broadway, and I would love to be able to get the opportunity to lead another show. You know, it's something that I'm looking forward to. I love this community, you know, and before I thought, oh, well, you know, maybe I'll do film and TV, but, you know, just being a part of it, and as much as I get to do it, you know, it's my second Broadway show. I can't wait to do more, you know, because there's nothing like Broadway fans.
Well, I can't wait to see what you do next.
Yeah.
It's been very exciting watching you go from one amazing thing to the next. I mean, right into it. It's great.
Yes, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed.
Well, everyone needs to see Pippin if you haven't already, or go see it again. I'm going to go see it again.
Come see it again and say hello after, please.
If I can get tickets, maybe 2014.
I'll hook you up.
Everyone, please check out Patina Miller and Pippin, and thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So excited and proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.